Hey, bruh. Hey, we finally did it. We have been having this conversation for a while now that we're going to get together. We're going to do this thing, and we're finally here, and it's time for it to go down.
Right. You know what? And you so busy, brain, and you got a busy schedule. I had a busy schedule, and I finally got you here. I'm happy. I'm excited, and I just wanted to, I just want to salute you, man, because you you've been like a major part of my journey with this YouTube thing. You've encouraged me. You've been pouring into me, and I really appreciate you. I just want to say that first and foremost, and I'm just happy to finally be able to do a co-show with you, man, because I've been trying to get this thing going for a minute.
We have,
Yep.
absolutely. And I definitely have to just echo that. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I feel the same. I always tell people, I got a couple of people on YouTube I rock with and I follow, but I'm like, my YouTube brother, Deonte, that's the dude. I always tell people that, how helpful you are always in the background. You have questions and whatnot. I'm like, he's the guy. You never say no. You never turn your head like you ain't got time right now. And like you said, life be lifing. We both have extremely busy schedules,
Yeah.
very hectic, but we still make time for each other in this YouTube journey. So I appreciate you as well.
I appreciate you too. And you look marvelous as always, sister.
Well, so do you, handsome. I appreciate it. But we have definitely been talking about getting this topic pop or some topic. We've just kind of been
Right.
brainstorming here and there. We really couldn't, but I appreciate you because you came up with the topic today. I
Right.
love it. So I think it's a great topic. I think we can feed some people some tips, some takeaways, some good information, and hopefully help edify somebody that may be a little bit confused on this topic. So I appreciate
Absolutely.
you.
Absolutely. And I on the chat on my channel, the Deonte L Show for Destiny's audience, I tackle a lot of topics like love and relationships. I give advice on relationships. I talk about a wide variety of topics on here, but I wanted to get a female perspective on this particular topic. And who else than Destiny to come over here and cook up a conversation with me? And I want my audience to go over and make sure y'all sub her up because she have a lot of good information. But in this
Absolutely.
particular topic today, I wanted to discuss with you the signs that you are in a relationship with a manipulator. Like, what things do you notice when you are dealing with someone in a relationship that has these somewhat like toxic manipulation tactics? And
Mhm.
what signs do you really see in that from a woman's perspective?
Whew, that's deep. Like I said, I love this topic. I mean, a lot of people, and we kind of talked about this, outside. A lot of people are misconstrued on what it means to deal with
Right.
a type of manipulator.
Mhm.
Some of the more clear signs is when someone is leading you down this path of, let's just say you're in a conversation and you're on the same page, or at least you think you're on the same page. And then
Right.
all of a sudden you come up with an idea that you have, a very strong idea that you have. A manipulator will find a way to twist your thought, your idea, and take you somewhere else away from what you're thinking, and it ends up being, it's kind of like in their lane. It's what they're thinking. And you kind of like, when you walk away from the conversation, you're like, well, wait a minute, I know when I sat down I had this idea in mind, but after that conversation with this person, now I'm thinking differently. And it's just because they manipulated the situation. So I'll give you a better example.
Mhm.
I i had a situation where, because that might not have been too clear for some people, but I had a situation where I had a conversation with a person and I told them that I was about to do X, and I'll just make up a situation. I'm about in about 2 months from now, I am about to pack up my stuff and I'm about to move into an apartment. And let's just say this person that I'm talking to, we live in the same complex at the time. We live in the same complex. We cool. We do things together. We're just friends. We just, maybe, I don't know, go grocery shopping, go shop and do things with the kids, whatever. And this person is like, oh, that's a great idea. I think you should. But in the back of this manipulator's mind, they really don't want me to move, right? For their
Right.
own selfish reasons. They don't want me to move. But we have this conversation. They say, good, girl, I think it's a great idea. And then the next day, they come and say to me, girl, you know what? And they start telling me all these horrific things about the place I said I was going to move in. I heard that place was bad. They be having some murders over there. They be this. They just, and it's like, girl, if I was you, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I know you want to move and everything, and I'm all for you moving, but that particular, and that's that manipulation.
Yep. And
they
that's
want
one
to
thing.
put that doubt in my idea and twist it so they get what they want. I was just manipulated, and I'm like, oh wow, you're right. I'm not gonna move. Boom, there it is.
And one thing, sister, what I notice is that a lot of people that use these manipulation tactics use fear as a way to control you. You know what I'm saying? What they would do is use they would, like you said, oh, I've heard that place was bad. They try to put that fear and that doubt in your mind to exert their control over you and kind of control the situation to keep you from moving forward or to not see you move ahead or somewhat get your shine on. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I see this a lot. Like it's like when you're in a relationship. If it's if your significant other is manipulating you, they would use fear and control to manipulate all your emotions to keep you under their grasp, to keep you within reach from you trying to progress and move forward.
Every time.
Crazy. Manipulation at its finest.
Yes, and that's just, that's what I see it to be. It's just anytime, and I don't know what it is in their minds. Anytime they see you, it's almost like they fear to see strong people with the backbone, with the mind of your own. Because when they see you in that lane of just doing your own thing, it's like, I need to derail that. I don't know what it is. I don't know how the hell they're wired and why they're wired that way. But it's like, I need to get you. And it's usually for selfish reasons.
And part of it is isolation too. A lot of people will like a person that is manipulating you will try to isolate you from family, isolate you from friends, and keep you all to themselves so they can keep that, like I said, control and that emotional
all the
control.
time.
It's wild and it's draining.
It is. It's very exhausting. Very exhausting.
It's draining. It consumes your energy, and it's like these people are energy vampires. They kind of just go around harvesting everybody's energy and just draining the hell out of people.
They're like leeches. They're like leeches.
I never got that. And when I was becoming older and growing, I started to see that more and understand, like, this is manipulation. This is not right. This is not okay. And I feel sorry for people that are being manipulated and just unaware of it.
Yes.
It's sad.
You said something, people that's in it and they're unaware. What bothers me more is people that's in it, they are aware and they won't get out. That's what bothers me more. When you are fully aware and you're so codependent of that person at that point that you refuse to get out.
Yeah. And what I found that a lot of people love the toxicity of that.
Oh, yes.
Yep. A lot of people,
as weird as it is.
I've heard people say that, like, they know they're being manipulated. They know they're this person's control, but they love it. Like I've heard people say, I love it. I just love the toxicity of it. I just can't let it go. I'm like, you got a problem.
What's interesting when you say that, bro? I'm guilty. I watch a lot of Steve Wilkos show, right? And Steve Wilkos, all the toxicity in the world is on that show, right? And it's so funny that I don't care what crazy, diabolical, deranged story is on that stage. Steve always go, but did you hear the man say that he choked you and he spit on you and he beat you in the stomach when you was pregnant? Why do you stay? And those words always come out, because I love him. Exactly what you just said. It's always, not so much I love the toxicity, but and Steve you could tell he's heard it so much it be driving me crazy. He's like, that's not love. Quit saying that. Because he knows that's what they're going. I know now. I watch it so much. I'm like, why are you asking them why they stay? The answer is going to be because I love him or I love her. It's foolishness to me. I don't get it.
That ain't love. I think they just love the idea of that person and the fear of fear of going out and starting over.
Exactly.
The fear of that person going out to be with somebody else is not love. It's just
exactly. So clearly, if you could change that situation around and you have a great person, I know you would rather have that than this toxic monster. So it's like you said, it's just that comfort. People get in that comfort zone, they get complacent and don't know how to step away from it, which is absurd. But that's how some people are wired.
But how do you combat that? How do you overcome something like that?
Whew. Well, it's a little easy for me because you're sis. I gotta, I think it's a matter, like I'm always talking about how people are wired. With that, I think it's a personality trait. Like some of us are strong, some of us are weaker. I'm a strong personality. So it ain't but so much you're gonna do to me to get, and I've dealt with it. I've dealt with some. But for me, it's really a matter of finding that strength to stand up to the person. That's it.
Right.
I mean, and honestly, I feel like you can stay in that situation if you chose to, but you've got to change the narrative of the bull crap. You've got to. You can't just keep being a doormat. Once you rise up and stand up against that person, then it's a little bit of a dynamic. We good, but I'm getting ready to plug my device in because I didn't plug it in before we got started. Hold on one sec.
All right, you good? Yeah, and I believe like just dealing with that kind of a situation, it takes a strong-willed person, family. It takes a strong-willed person to overcome something like that.
Absolutely.
Standing 10 toes down and letting people know this is not okay. I'm not going to accept this.
That's it. That's it. You have to.
And hold them accountable. But sometimes dealing with a manipulator, they have no accountability. When you try to hold them accountable, when you attempt to hold them accountable, they will flip the script and make themselves the victim and then try to make you feel guilty. So to overcome something like that, it takes you to be very strong-minded, very strong-willed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to, because when they start that, and I call them rat race conversations, it's like being a hamster wheel. You're just doing this, and doing this. There's no resolve. It doesn't even make sense. And when you start having that conversation with me, I have to shut it down because, as you said earlier, it's draining. You're not about to drain the hell out of me in a ridiculous conversation that's making no sense because you're not going to let it make sense. You needed to stay as crazy and convoluted as you need to make it stay because that's what manipulators do. And I'm a common sense person. So where it doesn't make sense for me, we are shutting it down. And you just have to stand up against them.
Now, would you call this kind of person borderline narcissist as well?
Absolutely. I think they go hand in hand. I think they go hand in hand. And what a lot of people don't realize is being a narcissist, it's a mental health disorder that taps back into what I say, how people are wired. It is, if anybody look it up and Google it, it's a mental health disorder. It's not just something somebody just wakes up and decide, oh, I'm going to be a narcissist today. It's really deep. And again, you have to know how to go up against them and deal with them.
I'm going to deep dive into what you just said. I'm learning something new here. Like narcissists, that kind of, that go side and side. That kind of coincides with a mental health disorder, you think?
Oh, it absolutely is. That's the definition of it.
Wow.
Look, I'm gonna do you one better. You're gonna have me look it up while we're sitting here. I'm gonna look it up. And yeah, it absolutely is. Yeah. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Look, right here. Narcissist personality disorder. That's what it's so it's we just casually say, oh, that person's a narcissist. When you Google it, it comes up as narcissist personality disorder. It's a mental health condition in which people have an unreasonable high sense of their own importance. Clearly, that's the definition. Google it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, now my definition of a narcissist, with me, I've been around the block a few times. I done dealt with narcissists. Hell, I've been accused of being narcissist, and maybe I do have some narcissistic ways.
I think we all do a little bit.
Yeah, and in my opinion, a person that's narcissistic has a big ego, but underneath their egotistical ways is insecurities. It's something that they're insecure about themselves.
Yes.
Everything is all about them, right? Whatever you got going on, say you talking to somebody that's a narcissist, you have something going on. You could be, oh man, I got this and that going on. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. They always flip it back to them. Kind of reminds me of when I had this going on, and it's a whole bigger issue to make their issues sound greater than yours.
They have to upscale you. They have to outshine you.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. They always got to get a one up.
One up on that one up.
It's crazy. I never got that. it's always got to be a one up. And manipulation. That's what I'm saying. Like this manipulation and narcissistic behavior kind of go hand in hand. Yes. They gaslight you. They twist words up to make you feel crazy for even calling them out on some stuff. Like,
oh yeah,
they'll do dirt, then act like you are the problem for them doing the dirt.
Oh yeah,
it's like a cheater. Oh, I'm only doing this because you did this.
Exactly. There's an excuse for why I did it, but you the problem and the reason as to why I did it. Instead of just like you said, they refuse to take accountability.
Accountability. That's one of my biggest pet peeves for people that refuse to take accountability.
And something else to add to that is when you're dealing with a manipulator or a narcissist, like I said, to me, they just go hand in hand. It's just they're so, but it's like, if I'm gonna get off topic real quick, you think about health. Sometimes when your stomach hurt, you can't figure out what the hell wrong, because if you Google it, you got about 10 different things that's got the same symptom. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, it could be the flu, it could be pneumonia, it could be a stomach bug, it could be, it could be so it's almost, that's why I say they go hand in hand. The definition and the traits of both of them are so much alike, they're almost identical. Right. But for me, what I learned and have experienced some is not only, let's say you're in a relationship and you have an argument, and like you said, everything that you say or do is always got to be just denounced. It's going to be put down like, oh, you're crazy. Man. And the one thing that I experienced that drove me crazy was always to kind of chuckle and laugh at something that was that dealt with my feelings, and to diminish like a time frame. And so what I mean by that is, if we're having an argument and I'm talking about something that happened last month, to have the person laugh at me, oh, you still on that? That happened a month ago. Like, I don't, if I'm still in my feelings about it and you did it, I'm still on it, because we haven't resolved it. You haven't given a genuine apology about it, and X, Y, Z, and ABC. So yeah, I'm still on it. But that's something else that manipulators and narcissists do. It's, and to laugh about it. Like, oh my gosh, you still talking about that? I'm like, wow, that's how you did. And then some of them will give an apology and still have that little cynical little laugh and stuff with it. Like, it's not even genuine.
It's not genuine at all. We're not genuine, and it's very condescending.
Yes.
In nature when they do that. And what I can't stand is when they will love bomb you. Like, a narcissist come in real smooth, show you a whole bunch of love. I mean, make you feel like you're the greatest thing since sliced bread, and they get you on that hook, right? Once they got you on that hook, they flip on you, and you just like, what the hell? Where did this all come from? It was like being in every. I've been in a relationship where this girl came in. We was in a relationship, and it was like the best thing. It was like I felt like I was living in a Tyler Perry movie. Like, made me feel so good. Like, this came in and, oh, you're so handsome. Oh, you're amazing. This is the best love I ever had. Oh my goodness. I was like, yeah, I'm the man. Then 3 months in, oh man, I'm the worst man ever. She moving forward. She about to move on. She finding her somebody else, and I'm the reason why. I'm like, what? And it caught me out the blue, and it was devastating.
Wow.
And it's like, I see stuff like that too, where say somebody need a place to stay, right? They come in, oh, thank you, I'm so grateful for you letting me have this place to stay. And they be friendly, they coming in washing dishes and helping out around the house. I'm going to help you with the bills. And all of a sudden, this person flip, and they become like the nastiest of all nasties, leaving towels all over the place, ketchup plates smeared all over the place, dirty dishes, and socks and underwear over here, and walking around the house being loud and trying to run your household. You're like, where did this crap come from?
Where did this come from? Again, to me, I keep going back to it, and I hate to sound like a broken record. It all goes back to how the hell we're wired. But what bothers me the most about those two examples you just gave is we know enough to manipulate a person to get our foot in the door in a situation. I need a place to stay. I need a job. I need a car. I need to borrow some money. I need to get in this good situation. So your brain knows enough to be a pleasant and a kind person. And then, like you said, when that switch comes, It's like, what happens? Why are you wired that way to know how to be this little sneaky, conniving person? And you know how to, as you say, you're in a play, you know how to play the role. And then and all it is you're really showing your real authentic self. But where does as they call it, the representative, why do they know to do that? Because I meet all day long. When I meet people, I tell you from day one, don't put your hands on me because I ain't got good sense. Don't ever put your hands. Right. I'm very talkative. I'm very vocal. I'm very verbal. I'm very outspoken. I'm very authentic. You never have to guess day one dating me who I am. So 10 months down the line, when I'm very vocal and you knew that day one. So I don't understand people that do something else January 1 and then they somebody else June 6. I don't get it.
And then you look up, you walking on eggshells, like, I don't want to say this, and I don't want to do this.
But in January, you could say it because all was good. All was copacetic, right?
Yep. It's wild. It is wild. And what I find is that a lot of these people be power driven, like they hunger for power. They want to dominate everything in a relationship. They want to dominate everything, and they try to make you feel small and keep you dependent on them, to keep you isolated from others, to just exert all their control over you. It's crazy.
I think, what makes it manifests it with some relationships, and it works because, as we've talked about this entire topic, you have a strong manipulated mind, and then you have a vulnerable, weaker person, and that's what makes it work. When you have a person that refuses to stand up for themselves, that as you say, love the toxicity, it works. And so that clash comes from when you got a manipulator or a narcissist and me or somebody like you. We're not getting ready to have it. Right. And so you just have, I think that's why we go through the relationships. We go through several different people. We realize what work, what don't work. We see different personality traits like, yeah, that ain't for me. So I'm gonna go ahead on and skip off over. You just have to do that. A lot of people probably don't break it down and figure out, well, I dated somebody for 3 or 4 months. Why it didn't work? You have to really break those barriers down. It's just some things about some people that you've either seen in a past relationship, those red flags. And I know me, I'm like, absolutely not. Not happening. Got to go. So that's how I navigate. I'm just certain things I'm not tolerating.
And some people, it's crazy. You say red flags. Some people will see the red flags and then still go forward, knowing that the red flag was right there from the jump. And then 6 months down the line, they're like, damn. I have
a question for you, bro. Mm-hmm. This is for you. Mm-hmm. Gonna catch you off guard with this one. Oh. If you saw, but it's not too deep. If you saw a red flag in a relationship 3 months in, would you run from that red flag or would you keep moving? One red flag.
I would call it out. I would tell them like,
you would
hey,
call it out, but would you stay or would you end that situation?
Oh, that's I would it depends. If it's a minor thing that can be fixed,
right?
I would stay. But if it's something that is a deal breaker and it's like, nah, I just can't. Right. No, I can't move forward.
I have that same answer. It depends on what it is, because I wanted to challenge you on that, because when you said it, you said some people see the red flag and they just, they ignore, and sometimes that's why, because it's in their minds, it's minor, or I can overlook this. It's not that big.
Right.
And so I think we all have those things we call deal breakers. It's like you can't steal from me in 30 days and think I'm gonna overlook that. Yeah, you take a piece of lint off my clothes that don't belong to you. We got I'm extreme. Yeah.
Hey, you petty. You petty.
That's petty, right? Don't take jack from me. Yeah, right. But I'm just saying, some things you can't overlook, and that's for some people get caught up. And then this topic ain't about sex, but I'm just saying that probably clouds some people's judgment if there's a red flag. Yeah. And then you dealing with something that's just really got you hung up in the relationship, then you just keep ignoring them. And it may be something other than sex, but that's usually the thing.
It is what it is. I'm telling you, that would change everything. If that woman is throwing it back for you real good, you gonna let some stuff go. Like, you know what?
Like, what red flag? I ain't seen that flag was white.
She ain't got no teeth, but that ass fat. So let me go ahead and explore all this.
Oh gosh. So
Yeah.
as you said,
Wow.
it depends.
Yeah, it depends. So,
But on the real, when it comes to your mental health, your sanity, your peace of mind, I ain't with none of that. I don't care how good nothing is. The only thing that needs, and of course, you know, we ain't 20 and 30s no more. So
right.
at this age and stage in my life, the only thing good is my mental health. I ain't focused on nothing nobody think they got to bring to the table. Because if you can't bring me peace and just solid, just I'm not with it. So that's just me. But some people get to be 30, 50 and they still deal with the crap. You know, I'm not dealing with it.
Yeah. So let's wrap this up. What would you suggest? What would you recommend somebody in a situation like this? How you recommend they get through this?
Thank you for that question, because I do like takeaways at the end of my topics, and I probably have already given the takeaway, but I'll do it very profoundly here at the end. If you are a person watching our little clip here and you find yourself dealing with a manipulator or a narcissist, and you're struggling to get out of that situation, and you choose, even if you choose to remain, you may not even be wanting to get out of it. Again, I'll repeat, have some backbone, have some stand up about yourself, at least speak up for yourself. My brother said it. He said, make them accountable, because they gonna be who they gonna be, but it doesn't mean you have to have a blind eye to it or a deaf ear to it. Call them out on their stuff, make them accountable for it, because I'll tell you, it does minimize some of their drama. I mentioned them being leeches, and they're, get on your skin and suck every piece of energy out of you. But when you can alleviate and eliminate some of that, it will stop them some, because they realize they can't do the same crap to you. Once they realize they don't have you like they always had you, I promise you, it changed the narrative. They like that manipulate, may say some stuff to you that last week manipulated you. And then they come next week and try to manipulate you. And you're like, yeah, thanks for that advice, but I ain't going to take it. When you stand up for yourself, they're like, oh, shit, that ain't what I'm used to. And then the next time they try to manipulate you, you're like, yeah, thank you, but I don't agree with that. Just keep standing, speak your authentic mind, your truth. When they doing some old bull crap, call them on it, make them accountable. I don't care how much they try to deny it. And then sometimes you may just have to cut off. Like sometimes they won't be, and they won't admit it. They won't take accountability. And you have to let them know, until you're able to take accountability, we're done for a minute. Come back when you can own what we both know you said or you did. Because again, when you start taking those reins and control, they don't know how to navigate no more. They like,
Right. Wow, you cooking. You cooking.
I'm saying you have to, because as long as it's like a doormat. Seriously, if the doormat is sitting outside your door, you're gonna wipe your feet on it. Right? It's there. You're gonna wipe your feet every time. As soon as that doormat is removed, you don't have it to wipe your feet anymore. So as long as the vulnerable one, you're not there to take the BS anymore, they can't do it anymore.
Right.
It's not there. The doormat's gone. You have to get up off that floor. Stop being a doormat, bro, sis, whoever you are watching.
Right. Man. I love that. I love that. That's why I wanted to bring you up here. I'm like, you bring so much knowledge. And wow, that right there. I don't really got nothing else to pretty much say about that. You bring so much.
You always have great talking points as well. You always have great points. That's why we chose to do this together.
Right.
We picked that up on each other.
Yeah, but you be dropping some gems too. That was wow. That was some massive gems there.
Okay.
And I hope that, somebody can take away a lot of value from that.
Absolutely. Definitely hope so.
A lot of people still in these situations, and they just refuse to get up out of there and find peace. Yeah. Like, I'd rather have my peace of mind and my sanity than to deal with somebody that's going to drag my ass to the dirt early.
Absolutely.
Early into what I'm supposed to be, because these people would take you up out of here and move on. Mm-hmm. You gone. You it's over with for you, and they okay. Mm-hmm. These people will sit up here and abuse you, manipulate you, and hurt you, and sleep well at night knowing that they didn't hurt you.
And two things will happen, or two things can happen. Stress is real.
Yep.
And I don't care how young you are or how old you are. I always say we're all aging. You could be 2 years old, you aging. Ain't none of us going the other direction. Stress is real. You can stroke out. I mean, all types of things can happen with your health when you are allowed to be so stressed. And so I'm hitting on the health related part of it. And then how many times have you heard somebody say, I wasted 10 years of my life. I wasted 4 years of my life. It's time wasted for what? And like you just said, bro, for them to end up dumping you and you got to start over anyway. Don't wait on somebody else to kick you to the curb like trash when you can make that decision on your own. If they going to leave you and you got to start over, you can make that decision on your own to start over. Leave them first.
True that. True that.
All right, then.
True that. With that said, hey, I appreciate you coming up here. You gonna come back?
Absolutely. You know, I love me some you, bro. So absolutely.
And you know, I got all the love for you in the world. You know that, right?
Absolutely. Like I said, our connection and our bond was just so wild from day one, from the beginning. And you know me, I'm an energy reader. I'm like, his energy is just cool. Like, this dude is too cool. I don't have close blood related family. So when I start calling you family and brother, you know, that's big. I mean, all my girls, I usually say sis because it's just cute, but I don't really do that too much with the men. So when I take you under my wing like that, I'm like, yeah. So yeah, the bond is real. It's undeniable. So absolutely. Next time we come up with another phenomenal topic and you call me over, you know, I am coming. Absolutely.
Yeah. And bring me over to your channel too.
We can do that. We can do that.
I'm always open. I know I'll be busy sometime, but hey, I'll stop what I'm doing to come and show up for you.
Okay. And I definitely we're going to put this on both our channels. I definitely want to ask the same of my subscribers to please go over and check my brother out because he be dropping some stuff. He's real. He's authentic. He's a great supporter. So go show some love to him as well.
All right. Well, sister, I really appreciate you coming up and showing some support and some love. I love you to pieces. Let me know if you need anything. And I'll catch you on the next one.
All right, bro. You do the same. Thank you so much.
All right. Now, peace out.
All right. Bye-bye.
See you.